Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. And this is the message that the Lord God gave to me to give unto you. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord. That's found in Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. I always suggest that you read Zechariah, all of Zechariah, but Zechariah chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. So we know that the Spirit of the Lord is what? Prophecy. That's found in Revelation chapter 9. Revelation chapter 19, verse 10. So let's get with it. So I have two dreams. And more than two dreams, man. I wrote down them dreams. And I said I was gonna hold the dreams until the day. So about the time of the day, oh, God had to give me so many dreams. Man, I tell you, it's coming, it's here, and it's already here. And people don't understand that it's already here. Then you going into spring and summer. I mean, it heats up during the spring and summer. Yeah, well, let's see what it says. So I was in the house, and I was in this house with a woman and my brother, a white woman, white man, and a baby. I was in the bed with this woman. I was in the bed with a woman, and they had the covers was over, and we was together. So as I was in the bed, the cover over, then I heard something. I heard the people talking. So when the people told me, I didn't want to get out the bed with the woman. I wanted to stay in the bed with the woman, but I got up out the bed with the woman, thinking that her and myself was gonna go back later and be together. But so I was in the bed with the woman, with my woman. My brother came, and the other two people that was sitting down. I remember I had wrote down a dream. I had wrote down a dream on how America was going to end. I remember my brother was lying down in bed with a pair of black boots on at the head. I was looking for the dream. I touched the boots looking for the dream where I had written it down. And it said I got tired and stopped waiting. I found it. I sat down on the end. I told them that America have to go through one more thing. It's the destruction. It's going to be destroyed. And I woke up. I'll repeat the dream because I now remember. So I was lying down in the bed with this woman. Yeah. I guess she was my woman. I was lying down in the bed with her and we was together. And so as we was lying down, the cup was over. So my brother came. And he said something. I didn't want to get out the bed because me, she was my woman and stuff. So I didn't want to get out the bed. So I'm thinking me and her, well, we can get lay down together later on. So my brother came in with these two other people, and they were sitting down. So I remember I said, and then I remember saying, man, I had wrote down, how you remember that you had a dream. And so I had a dream, and I wrote the dream down. And the dream said, I wrote the dream down on how America was going to end. So I remember it, and my brother was lying down in his bed with a pair of black boots at the head of the bed. So my brother was laying down, and he was laying down in the bed, and he was asleep, he was resting, and I didn't want to disturb him, but I was looking for the dream. And so as I didn't want to stir him, but I see him at the head of the bed, they have the two black boots. I mean, a pair of shiny black boots was at the head. So I didn't want to wake him. I didn't want to disturb him, but I wanted to look for the dream. So what I did was I touched the boots. When I touched the boots, he woke up. And so when he woke up, he woke up and he asked me, what I was looking for. Yeah, he opened up and asked me what I was looking for. And I said the dream where I had written down, and and he said he got tired and stopped waiting. That's what I was doing. I was looking for the dream where I went down, and he said he got tired and stopped waiting for me to get the dream. So he just laid down and went to sleep and rest. And I found it. And so when I found it, I sit down at the end and I told them, all of them told them America have to go through one more thing. It's destruction. And it's going to be destroyed. And I woke up. That was the dream. Okay. And it was it was really like two dreams in one, because at first I remember writing down the dream that America was going to be destroyed. And then I just, you write down a dream, then you go to bed and go back to sleep and everything. And then you just, you go to sleep. And then I have a woman, I don't know who she is, because, I'm by myself. I don't have nobody out, and I don't commit fornication, adultery, or anything. But in a dream, I had this woman. I was laying down in bed with a couple of us over, and we was together and all like that. And I didn't want to get up. I did. But so my brother came in and everything with the people. He came in with the people, and I said, well, let me get on up. I said, me and her, we can do this later. We get back later with that. And so I said, man, wait a minute. I remember that I had a dream about America being destroyed. Told just like that. That's why I said. Then I got out the bed. Now this all happened in the dream. Now, so I get out the bed, and so I'm looking everywhere, frankly, for this dream. So I'm looking frankly for the dream. Now they had this white man, white woman, and baby. And my brother. So as I'm looking frantically for a dream all over, and then so when I get by him, he's lying down in the bed with the covers over him, resting peacefully, and he had a pair of black boots at the head of the bed, tucked underneath the mattress. And so I said, man, I don't want to look under there. I don't want to disturb him. And then I touched the boots. And when I touched the boot, he woke up and said, I got tired of waiting. And then when he said he got tired of sitting down, next day, I had the dream in my hand. And then I said, I found it. And I sat down and I told them America have to go through one more thing. It's destruction. And it's going to be destroyed. And I woke up from that dream. Oh, yeah, I woke up, man. I told you, bro. America, that's all America have to do. I mean, I'm telling you, all I can give it to you as the Lord God have given to me. Now, I had a dream before that one. The dream I had before that one, it was a long dream. I mean, it was a long dream. Man, I want to release this dream. Let me tell you this short dream. A vision. So, you know how you wake up and you lay down and start thinking. Then when you start thinking, you see visions in your mind. You don't. I see visions. I see visions in my mind, and and then it's come on. Then you have to remember, man, where that come from? Because you're not thinking that. Your mind is on something else, and then all of a sudden this vision or this thing pops in your head. So there's one there. The vision I was in the spirit form. This person was swinging a broom handle. He had a broom handle that was broken with a sharp point on it, and his eyes was closed. He was trying to stop something from attacking her. Let's say it was a woman, so he tried to stop attacking her. So I put my hand on her head and stop her from swinging the stick. That's what I did, because her eyes were just closed and she just was swinging, because I don't know what was trying to attack her, nothing, but she just was swinging. But when she tried to swing on me, well, I'm in a spirit form. So when she started swinging me, I didn't know who she was swinging at. But when she started, I was in the spirit form, so she couldn't hit me, but I see her. So as I get in the spirit form and I put my hand on top of her head, and when I put my hand on top of her head, I have her to sit down in the chair. So as she's sitting down in the chair, then I can see these different types of spirit creatures attacking her. But her eyes were still closed as she was sitting down in the chair. Man, I seen all these different type of creatures, but there was different type of animal type creatures, and they was red lidded. It was red lidded, and man, when it was red lidded, I could see them. I could see them in like a light form or something. That what she was trying to prevent from attacking her. And then after I saw them, and I knew that what she was swinging at, then I woke up from that dream. Let's go back to the dream that I told you just before about America being destroyed. Because there's one thing I forgot to tell you about the dream. Yeah, well, all I can do is tell you. The thing I forgot to tell you about that dream was this here. When I was sitting down and reading the dream, everything was written down in red. Everything yeah, it was written down in red. The part that said, yeah, I found it. And I sat down and told, all this was written in red, and told them America have to go through one more thing. That was written in red. America have to go through one more thing. It's destruction. It's going to be destroyed. And then I woke up. But all that was written down in red. That's right. It was written down in red. So, of course, you know, I had two other dreams. Well, more than two other dreams, man. I mean, I tell you, the Lord was giving them dreams, but it was coming. It's coming. And that's what you under, man. You're under, you're under attack. You're under attack, man. You're under such a brutal attack. And these people here, man, just trying to lead you down the wrong path. It's everywhere. I mean, everything I see, everything I looked at, you know, on television, on YouTube, on these channels, you can see the attacks. Once you get back in the bonds of forever covenant, I'm just telling you, humble yourself before the throne of grace, call in the holy name, Lord God Jesus, whose name is excellent. Repent with your whole heart, keep all his commandments, enter back in the bonds of forever covenant, be baptized in Jesus' name, receive the gift of the Holy Ghost. Man, these things, you see these things. I mean, the Lord God said that was born of the Spirit, see Spirit. And so I was watching this picture, The Talk, that came on PBS. And it was talking about Rosa Perez and all those different people, different singers, and John saying he dead now. So you know it's an old clip. And they go on to how these policemen and these different people was killing these innocent people. But that's what they want. That's they call that lesser magic. They call it lesser magic. But from the wicked go folks wickedness. And all that is still the same with this old wicked spirit. And what they do, they put this in your children's mind and want you to tell your sons and your daughters keep this in their mind. And so when they keep that in their mind, they can't think about what is truly the truth and the power and that what they have in them to destroy their wickedness. They don't think about that. And so that's why they want you to get out there, march and do all these things. Knowing that you can do anything what you want, it's not going to change nothing. It's not going to change nothing because it would have changed. It would have changed a long time ago. It's not going to change nothing. And then after I saw that, after that started to go over there and discuss the killings and things, and we're going to meet and all that, but that's not going to change nothing. It's not going to change a thing. And then, but that's a magic. That's to put the fear in the hearts into your children so your children can be stagnated and be in that fearful position which is not of God. It's not of God. That is of man. That's of the devil. Okay, well, I mean, all I can do is just tell you. Then after I listened to that, another thing that I heard, everything you see on television, make sure they put African American in there. Yeah, they have to do that. Why? Because that's another form of lesser magic. And that form of lesser magic is, and people don't care nothing about the African. I told you that once before. They had apartheid. Where apartheid was in Africa. And then make sure that everything they have, make sure you claim African American, which you are not African American. Even if you living in Africa, you are still Israel. Now, I don't care if he was born in Africa. Well, the Lord God said you are his people. And his people is called what? Israel, God's chosen people. And we throughout all nations, kindred, tongue, race. That's us. That's where we are. That's who we are. And we black. Yes, we black. Yeah, so when you put all these different other name tags on, that's what they want, and that's the way he's going to treat you. How Africans treated? Come on, man. How they was treating apartheid? Why do you think they call you African? Man, don't let the people call you African. That's a desecration of your name, of your people. That's what that's about. Then they have this other program come on talking about the last slave ship and everything. Oh, that's the magic, man. That's why the Lord God point blank made me know that. Ask them a question. Why are you crying over spilt soda? That's not going to change nothing. And then they opened up this new museum, and the new museum is what's called the African American Museum. And go to this book here, The Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. See if I make sure that you see it. The Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. And when you go in there, our father Judah, point blank, and all our fathers tell you about the captivity, but For the Judah point blank tell us what they're gonna do, make out you singing harlots and singing women and eunuchs for their wives, and that's what they have done. And that's what you living in. But you keep on going and serving the gods of wood and stone. Yeah, man. Let me see if I can find that thing. I mean, I hope to continue on with this, but let's see for a minute. Because when you're not in the bond forever covenant, that's what you're doing. The Lord God told you. Say, if you don't get back and keep all of my commandments and get back in the bonds of forever covenant, that's what you're going to be serving. These people gods, the heathen gods, the gods of wood and stones, that's what you're going to be serving. And that's what he said. And that's what you're doing. All I can do is give it to you like the Lord God has given it to me. So that's what you're serving, the gods of wood and stone. Oh, man, just that fast. And then it'll come back to me. I'm not worried about it. It'll come back to me. Things are going so fast and moving so fast. It'll come back. But so anyway, so that's what you're doing. High places. That's what I was looking for. High places. Told you to come back. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about Satan. When you humble yourself, don't worry about Satan's attack, because man, they got all types of stuff going on. Frequencies and high frequencies. So when you turn on your computer and everything, they got a frequency that's coming out that computer and all these different things, and for make you to forget about your what you're thinking about. Then it's in your food. It's in everywhere. Yeah, yeah. It's in the sugar that you eat. Everything. These people know. Them demons know. Yeah. Well, let's see. High places, because that's what you have done. You have them built high places. What the high places are? The church houses, synagogues, sanctuary, temples, and things. And that's what you have done. But all that's not for your good. Oh man, come on, bro. All that's not for your good. Them people did that to keep you what? Into darkness. Man, let me see. Oh man. Let's try Isaiah chapter 49, verse 9. Just see. That thou mayest say to the prisoner, go forth and show yourself, and you shall feed in the ways, and their pastures shall be in all high places. So what is all high places? What is, well, let me see if I can go for that. Isaiah chapter 49, verse 8. Thus saith the Lord, in the acceptable time I have heard, in the day of salvation I have helped thee. I will preserve thee and give thee for a covenant of the people to establish earth and cause to inherit the desolate heritage. And that's the heritage that the covenant heritage that we not. Yeah, well, thou mayest say to the prisoner, go forward, and to them that are in darkness, because that's what you are. You are prisoners, and guess what you're at? You are in darkness. Show yourself that they shall feed in the ways, and their pastures shall be in all high places. So what the high places are? The church house, synagogues, tabernacle, those are the high places. Lord God, give me that. All right, well, let me see. Yeah, because that's what you doing, man. I heard a voice. I heard Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 21. The voice heard upon the high place, weeping and supplication of the children of Israel, for they have perverted their ways, and they have forgotten the Lord their God. So, what is the high places? That's why that's why I'm telling you, man. Come on, bro. Jeremiah chapter 3, I have read that to you, but I want you to let you know high places. When the Lord God say high places, that's the tabernacles and church house, synagogues, and everything. And that's what you said. Look what the Lord God said. They built high places of oh, well, that's the thing. Well, I'm gonna see if I can find. Well. I wasn't supposed to be going this way. But anyway, so that's what he's talking about. You have built high places everywhere. So you can, and that's what we have done. We have built high places everywhere. But these high places are not of God. Those high places of what? Wood and stones. And they run into those church houses and certain things. And all these people are gatekeepers. That's what these people are here. Gatekeepers and people at the door to prevent you from going in and keeping all God's holy covenant. Keep all the commandments. That's what it's for, to keep you bound. All right, well, I mean, all I can do is give it to you like the Lord God has given it unto me. So they call that the talk. And so when you go in there, but that's not of law of God. That's not of law of God. Um, the Lord God said, "You're gonna turn your heart back into David your king." And so why would he turn your heart back unto David your king? Because the way these people are and how these people refuse to let you go, to keep you in bondage. That's why the Lord God have to come and get you. Because their end for you is to kill you and to feed you to what? To the demons and the giants and things and the people that love the blood and flesh. That's what Jesus told you. They're going to be beheaded. He told you that. That's in the book of Revelation. That's what it is. But Lord God send you back to David, your king. And so when you go to David, your king, teach you how to pray for your enemies. Teach you what you need to be praying for instead of you walking and marching down these streets and everything and nothing's going to change. Lord God already told you how it's going to change. So like what I say once again, when you go in this book here, the Testament of the 12 Patriarchs, and our Father Judah told us on the day when we repent with our whole hearts and keep all his commandments, that's the day that he take us out of this captivity and bring us back into the land that was coveted unto us. And you don't know how to fight, you don't know how to defeat your enemy. That's your problem. That was my problem too. I didn't know how to pray for my enemies. I didn't know how to defeat my enemy. And every time somebody come along with something, oh well, we're gonna vote it out. But I don't care what you vote. Democrat or Republican, still the broad way. You're still voting for who? Esau's children. You got to know the prophecy of Esau. So if you don't know the prophecy of Esau, the blessing when it was the blessing of Esau. You know the blessing of Jacob, but you don't know the blessing of Esau, and you have to know the blessing of Esau. Well, and then he said, "I'm gonna turn your hearts back to David your king." Why David your king? Dream I had. And the dream that I had, I told you I was gonna start releasing old dreams when I first got back. And Bonds Forever Covenant, as the Lord God was trying me, and as he tried me, he gave me different things. And so I see this man that I might have told this something on one of my videos or whatever. I don't remember now. But I'm telling it to you again. So I was I was I was in the spirit for I was watching a vision. So as I was lying down in bed watching the vision, I see this man. He dressed up in a white suit. Everything was white. His shoes white. All his clothes and things white. He had a white beard, white hair, and he had a big stone, a big white stone in his ear, like an earring. And he was sitting down reading the Psalms. That's what he was doing. He was sitting down reading the Psalm. So they had this woman there, and she was listening to him reading the song. So when he finished reading the song, she wanted to kiss him because if you know the proverbs and you know the song is that he that speaks the truth will get a kiss. Like to kiss the lips of those that speak the truth. And so I told her, and I said, said, told her, said, let him kiss you. I told her, let her kiss you. And then she let him kiss him and have kiss, but that was the vision that I saw. And so after I saw that, then he sent me to David our King. Then he opened up that book to me, the book of Psalms to you. So I don't worry about what these, and I tell everybody go read Psalms 35. I don't know if I'm gonna get to everything that they, but anyway, so I tell them go read Psalms 35. I say, why you read Psalms 35? Man, I went over time already. So I tell them, say, why Psalms 35? Because that's just to get you started on praying for your enemy. So let's go there right fast. I'm hoping not to take long in this here. But let's go to Psalms 35. Because you have to learn how to pray for your enemy. That's your problem. You want to do all these marchings and all these different things, but Lord God didn't ask you to do that. Lord God asked you to repent with your whole heart, keep all his commandments to back and by. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and see what the Lord God requires of you. And what the blessing and cursing of is when you get back in the Bible forever covenant. But you have to go to David your king. Listen to this now. This is a little light one. This is one I say. And he said, David came, plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me. That's what the Lord God, take a hold of the shield and buckler and stand up for my help. Draw also the spear and stop away against them that persecute me. And say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. And look what he tells him. Then what he asking the Lord God to do. Draw out also the spear and stop away against them that persecute me. You see, that's why the Lord God tell you, go back to David, your king. Let them be confounded and put them to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion, those that devise my hurt. And this David, the king, praying for his enemy. He's asking the Lord God for let these things befall his enemy. But you know, you got to be back in the binds of the forever covenant, keep God's holy commandment. And the Lord God going to do this thing. Why? Because when you go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, he tells you what he's going to do. But you don't want to do that. You still want behind man and ask a man to do something. And the Lord God told you, oh no, I'm hiding my face for you, and they're going to do everything for you because you refuse to return and keep all my commandments and enter back into the forever covenant. Listen to what King David tell him, say, let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. So who seek after your souls? Let them be turned back and brought to confusion those that divide. So who does that? Come on, man. This whole system is built up against you, and you got the policemen out there for do their job and do things that they're not supposed to be doing. And this King David telling you how to pray for those people so they stay here and you stop being afraid and stop letting these people step on you. And when you are the children of God, the children of God's chosen people, and you have angels there for you. Well, let's listen to and see what King David tell you about that. Let them be as chaff before the wind. Let the angel of the Lord chase them. See that? Let the angel, why? Because you were back in the Bible for holy covenant. God have to keep it right. We know that the Lord God can't lie. And when you're doing Deuteronomy chapter 28, he enter back in the Bible forever covenant. God can't lie. And look what he's going to do. He's going to send the angels. He said, let them be as chaff before the wind and let the angel of the Lord chase them. Well, that's just a light part. Let's get into a little heavy part there. Next verse. Psalms 35. Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel Lord persecute them. See, let their way be dark and slippery. And you're not going up there with all that fussing, bickering, and fighting. And, you know, you look a certain way, you smell a certain way, you walk a certain way, you talk a certain way. So when these, I'm talking about your children and everybody. So when these policemen, come up to you with all that, man, just humble yourself. Because you're the child of God. You already know you're a king, you're high, and you're a priest before God. And you know you're keeping all his commandments, and you're back in the Bible forever covenant. So you know these things. So when these people come up there and approach your children, whoever, you've got nothing to worry about. And your children already know what to do. Not doing that foolishness that you tell them doing what the thus say the Lord God, what the God tell them to do. And they sit there and they humble themselves, and the man asks a question and everything. So when they hear that man's voice and hear that spirit in that man's voice, and he doesn't sound like all the rest of them that he has to stop and frisk and all like that, and did those things to them, and you can hear the spirit of the Lord God in his voice. And so when a young man or young woman, whoever they are, or whatever, and after they finish doing that and go through a process and everything like that, that policeman gone, or whoever done that, gonna leave walk away afraid of them. Because what the Lord God said, touch not my anointing and do my prophets no harm, and you are the Lord God. So what's going to happen to that person that mistreated you and have ill will towards you? What's going to happen? The angel of the Lord going to destroy him. Man, if you know the scriptures and know what it said, you ain't got to do nothing. The Lord God make that same man go home and put that pistol in his mouth, or make his friends shoot him. That's what it is. That's the Lord God. That's his words. That's not mine. Well, let's see what the Lord God said he's going to do to them. Yeah, for them doing you this. This is King David. That's why he tell you, go to King David. Now there's something way strong. This is nothing. This is a little like King David. Let their way be dark and slippery, let the angel of the Lord persecute them. For while the cause they hid for me, their net in a pit, for without a cause they have dug for my soul. Let destruction come upon him unawares, and let his net that he hath hid to catch himself, and let his net that he hath hid catch himself, and into that very destruction let him fall. And that's the Lord God tell you all the time, over and over. What these people want to do unto you, when you get back in our binds of forever covenant, I'm gonna have that be done unto them. And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord, and shall rejoice in his salvation. All my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee? Was delivered the poor from him that is too strong for him. Yea, the poor and needy for him that spoileth him. And Lord God always hear the cry of a poor man. Yes, he does. So let's see if you go to this book here. I don't know if I have that. That's called the Apocrypha. That's the book of the Apocrypha. Yes. In the Apocrypha, you go to chapter 34. So when you go to chapter 34, look what it says. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. See? And then it goes to say, whosoever feareth the Lord should not fear, nor be afraid, for he is his hope. And it goes, I'm not reading all this to you, but I was supposed to, but you know how the Lord God teaches, send you someone else, because you know someone else gonna listen to this. Listen to this, and they need to hear this. All right. Well, I'm just telling you how it's going, because these people on the television programming, that's what they're doing, programming you to be afraid, programming for you not to know who you are. Well, let's see this book right here. See this book, the Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. So when you read that book, our fathers tell you, one of our fathers tell you, say, on the day we become a nation again and get our sovereignty back, that's when the Lord God gonna come and get us with a mighty hand stretched out. And what he gonna do to the world? He gonna destroy the world for what they have done to us. The world gonna be cast into darkness on that day, and I know that day. That's why I told you, you only got 3 years left. So you don't have to believe me. I'm just telling you. Whether you believe me or not, it's gonna happen. So, and you have to also remember this. I just finished reading to this, and this book right here, banned from the Bible. Banned from the Bible. And banned from the Bible, our father Moses. Our father Moses. And I just finished reading to that and another thing, where our father Moses, when Moses had came back after they found out that he had killed the man that was wronging his brother, the Egyptian that was wronging his brother, and the captain of guard wanted to cut Moses, wanted to kill Moses. But what God did, God sent his holy angel, and his holy angel disguised himself and cut the guard's head off. I just finished reading that to you. And so that's how our people, that's how all the angels are watching us. We are God's chosen people. They're watching. But if you're not back in the bonds of forever covenant, keeping all his commandments, he's not going to help you. He's going to hide his face from you. Well, all I can do is give it to you like he has given it to me. And you keep on running behind his people. And that's another thing. See, the Lord God, once you get back, you know, God knows, tell you who's polluted and who's not polluted. So you can't tell me that you're out here doing all these marches and all these different things and trying to help people. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because King David put on sackcloth and ashes, took off that fire ring and mourned for his people and weep for it. And everything you read in the prophecies, that what they tell you. Say when Israel start mourning and take off them clothes and all this heathenish stuff and all the enemy stuff and put on sackcloth and ashes, then I'm going to start healing them. Then I'm going to bring them back. Well, all I can do is tell you. So when I look at a television, I see you with all these chains on, this big old cross on, them diamonds and makeup and lipstick on and all that, and tattooed up and all that. That's not of God. It's not of God. That's of the demons. That's of the devil. And so when you go in this book right here, the first and second book of Adam and Eve, tell you that that's not of God. Tell you that's of the devil and his children. And so you looking up there, then you want howl and scream about how they killed one of your children, or one of the children of the Most High. And you want to howl and scream, but what have you taught them? How you are. So if you haven't taught them none of these books, none of these things, and you're still in the Holy Bible, and they're taking, pushing that anything where they are, then if you're not in the prophecy, and if you read the Holy Bible, you send them to King David. You send them to the Proverbs and things. So they'll learn how to conduct themselves. Learn the power that the Lord God has instilled in them. And you ain't got to worry about this other foolishness that's going on. Yeah, these people teaching you how to be submissive to them instead of submissive to God. And you have a God. And that's not only what they also do. They get the name of Jesus out your mouth. The power is in that name, in that blood that was sacrificed for you. And they try and get you away from that. And they want you to call them by all these different names, except the name that have the power, the name that can destroy them in a second, in a moment, in a twinkle of an eye. They're trying to get you away from that. Oh yeah, they're trying to get you away from God and start calling somebody supernatural. Come on, man. And you just falling for it. And as you falling for it, the people are steadily dying. That's right. So when you have on these makeup, lipstick, and false hair, weaves, and all that, you falling for you saying it's okay for you to go out there and kill my children because I'm following behind you. I want to be like you. I want to look like you. I want to talk like you. I want to dress like you. And you're giving them the okay to go out there and kill your children. And then you get on TV and holler, scream, and cry, oh my child, and all that. And then they'll come along and offer you some monies. Millions, 6 million, 10 million, 12. I don't care what they offer. And you don't care how much money you take. Then you go out there and get dressed up and go buy all the weaves and the hair and the lipsticks and the fine raiment clothes and the big automobiles and everything. You can do that all you want. And guess what it's not going to do for you? It's not going to bring your child back. Not going to bring your child. You don't know how many children your children had and how many nations would have been birthed through that child. You don't know. You don't know what their children would have done, what accomplishment the Lord God would have put through them. You don't know. But you don't care now. Because you got the monies and all like that. And people say, ooh, look how she looking. Look how she dressed and all like that. That's the same thing they're doing, man. These people give you all these buildings and the museums and all of those things. But guess what they're doing? They're steadily killing your children. Steadily shooting them down like they ain't nothing but the base of the field. And you just going on along with it. And the Lord God's hand is still stretched out. Yeah, he permitting his wife because he's telling you all the time, calling, his hand is still stretched out. Turn back unto me, and I will heal you. Turn back unto me, and I'll make your enemy flee 7 ways. Turn back unto me. When the destruction comes, nothing you don't have to worry about. Turn back unto me. If they behead you, don't worry about it. Turn back. But you know you don't want that. You're still running behind the gods of wood, stone, fine, raiment, silver, gold, brass, copper, and all that foolishness. And then you get out there and vote for it. Yeah, you know you vote for it. When you vote for the president of the United States, the mayor, the governor, the mayor, whoever, and you vote for these people and something happens, well, you got to understand this. You voted for it. All right, I'm just telling you, voting for this system. That's why they want you to get out there, rock the vote and all like that. So when they kill your children and everything, say, well, you voted for it. Well, let's keep on going then. Well, let's see. And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord. My soul shall be joyful in the Lord. It shall rejoice in his salvation. 35:9. All my bones say, Lord, who is like unto thee, what delivers the poor man, delivers the poor. You see, man, deliver the poor for him that is too strong for him. Yea, the poor and needy for him that spoileth him. And that's what they do. Man, they got you spoiled. They got you running to their places to get their hands out. Yeah, man, you spoiled. You spoiled. You got to run for them. I want you to help me with my water bill. I want you to help me with the light bill. I want you to help with feeding me. That's what you're doing. Still going to Lord God, you're going to them. And I told you what happened to our father. Well, that's another story. False witness did rise up and laid to my charge things I knew not. And I have these people, these policemen, I watch them on TV. And I watch their bosses and everything and say, oh, he had this weapon and the man didn't have no weapon. And he did this and the man didn't do that. And that's what they do. False witness did rise up and laid to my charge things I knew not. They reward me evil for good to the spoiling of my soul. See that? They reward me evil for good to the spoiling of my soul. And that's what they do. Every time they do something. Every time they do something, the men out there, they're trying to comply with you and everything, but you escalate the situation. You do everything in the way. So when you pull out that weapon and kill that person, because you're going to pay for it anyway. You're going to pay for it. And you reward these men trying to do what they're supposed to do, try to humble themselves before you, and you kill them. And that's what you've done. You reward them evil for the good that they are doing. Even right now, our people have not rising up with all that foolishness and marching and screaming and howling and all that. Well, I mean, they're not really doing it. and what you are doing to them. They're not like over there Hong Kong and those places where they really rising up and really going against in Brazil and all those places. They're not doing that. And look what you're doing to them. And shooting them down like a dog. Stay in your place, African American. Stay in this place, you N-word. That's the only way I say. I usually say it. Stay in your place. And they're showing you that on TV to get you what? To conform to them, still tell you. Then you got these preachers and these pastors and these gatekeepers not preaching and telling you, go to King David and learn how to pray. Learn how to humble yourself before the God, your God, the powerful God. And he can send one of your holy angels when he touches that sword come out. You can see that sword coming out for to knock his head completely off. So why? Because you touched the child of God. Come on, man. Come on, man. They're not teaching that. They keep you in that little prison hole, in that little box when you got power from on high. You got God. You don't have no man with supernatural. You have a God. I seen a man. They don't want to teach you that. They don't want to teach you that. They go to sleep one night and they have about 400,000 men. You go to sleep one night, you come up and you by yourself and all these people are dead and you still alive. Why? Because your God that sent his holy angel and cleaned that up right there fast for you. But they don't want to teach you that. They're teaching you how to be submissive to the devil and keep on going along with this evil and wicked ways. Now, this is the talk. So let's go ahead on. But as for me, when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth. I humbled my soul with fasting and prayer and return. And my prayer returned. And that's what I did. So Lord God taught me. He asked me, as I told you this before. He said, who do you love? You are the people. And so that was the question asked. So when he taught me that to love his people and what to do, then I took off all that stuff. And when you go to Deuteronomy chapter 7, it'll tell you what to do. So I took all that stuff, cleaned all up, and got rid of that. And then I put on the sackcloth and ash, and I started praying for my brother. Start praying for them and start doing what the Lord God told me to do in return. And I'm not doing it. I'm doing it for my brother. I'm doing it for him. Let's go to, my time is up. Let's go to 35. I'll read this and I'm going to be gone. And I behaved myself as though I had been a friend or a brother. I bowed down heavily as Monday morning for his mother. So when they killed Michael Brown and all these people, that's when I started to, that's when the Lord God showed me what was really going on. And he sent me to King David and told me and start teaching me how to pray for my enemies. And start teaching me how to pray for my enemies and tell my brethren how to do it. And I behaved myself as though he had been my friend or a brother. And I bowed down heavily as one that morning for his mother. But in my adversity, they rejoiced. They gathered themselves together. Yea, the opposites gathered themselves together against me, and I knew it not. They tear me and cease not. Well, let me read the next verse. Hypocritical mockers and feasts, they gnashed up on me with their teeth. And so that's what, and another thing, all I can do is give it to you like that, just like they just finished beating up this young man, this poor young man, and the mama bought him there for psychiatric work, and they just rush up on him and start beating him. They just start beating him. Oh yeah, they beat him. Yeah, they beat him. A young man beat him, man, and that's what he said. Then after they finished beating, he said, hypocritical mockers and feasts gnashed up on, came and they rushed upon. And so after they do all that, then they got the captains and the 5-star general that's supposed to be over all the police force and all the officers and sheriff, all of them come over there, and now they're going to feast on hypocritical mockers and feasts gnashed up on me with their teeth. And then they go in there and tell them, say, well, we had to do that because he acted this way and he did that and he acted that way. Then they go do what? They throw them false charges on you. Man, let me finish reading it. Lord, how long will thou look on? Rescue my soul from their destruction and my darling from their lies. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what they do. My darling from their lies. And that's what they do. And then they all them around. You all want to just take and destroy you. That's what they're doing. And that's the Lord God tells you. You're in my holy covenant. Now you crying out to the Lord and you asking the Lord to rescue my soul from their destruction, my darlings from their lies. So you know what your darlings are, you know what your lies are. Yeah, the beasts of the field being done. Now we'll give thanks in the great congregation. I'll praise you among much people. So That's what he tells. Now you asking the Lord God, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. If you if you keep God's holy covenant, all God's commandments, and God, Lord God, go do it around in chapter 28. God made promises unto you. We know that God cannot lie. Man can lie, but the Lord God, they can't lie. Because what he said is, and it is, and he said that isn't, is, it is. And that's what God tells you to do. And say, look, let not my enemies, let not them that are my enemies wrongfully rejoice over me. Neither let them wink with the eye that hate me without a cause. And these people hate you without a cause. You haven't done these people nothing. And as these people was talking the talk and talking about all that, and all they saying all these things, but I never heard them say how they humble themselves. They're in them church houses. Yeah, you in them church houses. But them church houses are number high places that they built. For what? They're gatekeepers to keep you humble yourself and bow down before these people and stop you from going straight to the Lord God yourself, keeping his commandments and his covenant. And when you ask the God that who you've been praying for, who you humble yourself before you ask him to do something, he does it. But no, you won't go to pastor. Well, you know these things happen. And then they give you that serenity prayer. All those lies and everything, and keep you back and by, and you done lost your you done lost your child, man. That's a terrible thing. Well, let's see. Well, I mean, that's why I said, let not them that are my enemies wrongfully rejoice over me, let him wink the eye that hate me without a cause. For they speak not peace, but devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land. And that's another thing. Now they're stopping fishing these young boys without a cause and writing it down. So when they start coming with this martial law and this beheading thing, and they can come straight to the house, don't you have such and such live here, so and so, where is he? And then they ask and say, oh, take this mark, do this here, or you go, and they already died. You say, well, how did he get a name of that? Because when he was out there in the streets with the boys hanging out, they stopped and frisked him without a cause and got all this information. And you know that he exists. Come on, man. These people, that's a design plan, bro. Look, for they speak not people, they devise deceitful matters. See what that said? Devise deceitful matters. That's what they're doing against them that are quiet in the land. And that's what we do. We not raising no humbugs, and we don't have weapons and artillery and everything and attacking them and all that. Like the ISIS and all of them. Them are doing. We're not doing nothing like that. You see? And they speak not peace. But don't worry about that. All you got to do is get back in the binds, keep all God's holy commandments. Get back in the binds of his forever coming. Humble himself before the throne of grace and call on the holy name. And I'm telling you, go to read the Deuteronomy chapter 28 and read what the Lord God going to do for you when you do these things. Man, come on, man. Yeah, they open up their mouth wide against me and say, aha, our eyes have seen. So when you say, that's the all until you smiling, and we know we had him, and he did that. You know how they do, man. That's what they're talking about, open up their mouth. Every time you look around, they're smiling in your face and stabbing you in your back and devising these deceitful things. And all you're doing is looking at them smile with all that foolishness on. False hair, false makeup on, lipstick on, and tattooed up and everything. These people are serving demons. And them demons are in there, and you think you watching a man, and when you're looking at a straight up demon, I want to say that, I want to show you that before I leave off there. I want to remember to show you that. This thou hast seen, O Lord, keep not silent, O Lord, be not far from me. See, now he calling on his Lord God, because he's doing all the time. That's what I do. I'm doing all what the Lord God said do, and I'm calling on him now. And that's when he's going to help. And look what he said. This thou hast seen, O Lord, keep not silent, O Lord, be not far from me. Store up thyself and awake to my judgment, even unto my cause, my God and my Lord. Judge me, O Lord, my God, according to thy righteousness, and let not them rejoice over me. See, you say, judge me, O Lord, my God, according to thy righteousness, and let not them rejoice over me. And know what that means. I'm going to say, let not them, when they come to attack you with all these different things, you in the binds forever come and doing what you're supposed to do and everything, you call and lay in the Lord God and ask the Lord God, knock his head off from him. Knock his head completely off his shoulders from touching who? Touching me, because I am up for you, and the Lord God gonna do it. He might not do it in front of your face, but it's gonna be done. Look what it says. Let them not say in their heart, aha, so we will have it. Let them not say we have swallowed him up. Let them not, here we go. Let them be ashamed and brought to confusion together that rejoice at my hurt. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor that magnify themselves against me. This man called, see, King David teaching what to do, what to say, how to act, and so you can bring these people to their knees. Till you can bring these people. So when you walk down the street, they see they go out of the way. I don't want to mess with him. He is the child of God, and he has proven it. Yeah. Let them shout for joy and be glad that favor my righteous cause. Yeah, let them say continually that the Lord be magnified, with have pleasure in the prosperity of his servant. That's why you serve God. That's why you in the morning getting up saying your prayers when the sun rises, lighting your incense and praying. And that's when you go in the evening time. Sun going down, you light your incense and you're praying. At night, laying on your bed, you meditate and praying to him. Man, see in this book, once again, the Apocrypha. I don't know why I don't have the cover up here, but I'm not going to worry about it. When you go to the Apocrypha, it's called Wisdom Book. It's called Apocrypha. And you go to the book Ecclesiasticus chapter 35. Listen to what it says. He that keepeth the law bringeth offering enough, and he that taketh heed to the commandments offereth a peace offering. See? And then it go on to more than that. And I know I was supposed to read that today, but I had to get the talk with you. This is the talk. Listen, and my tongue shall speak of thy righteousness and of thy praise all day long. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why I tell you, man, go. Man, you get back in the Bible and start keeping all God's covenants and commandments. Go give this paper out. See, get you 300 copies and do as the Lord God. Send them out and give it to your brethren and let your brethren know what's going on. Man, let your brethren know. And let your brother come in binds, and we're going to be praying for these other fasts, these other put on sackcloth, and they're going to know. Oh, these people know. When the monies and everything start to fail and they're not making all that money off that foolishness, they're going to know. They're going to know, and then they're going to be looking for you. Oh, they're going to come looking. Yeah, and they're going to be scared to tell you. If they do like that, they're going to be all going to jump back. But you ain't got to do all that. Just wait for it. God's going to get them. I don't worry about what they do for me, because then one day they say, oh, I done lost my job. Another day they come and say, you know, they had this policeman, he put his gun in his mouth and shot. Oh, don't you know this was happening? And that'd be the law of God. Yeah, that'd be the law of God bringing justice down upon them. They don't even know what they don't know. But before they know what they have done to you, flash in their head, flash in their mind what they have been done to you. And then the law of God go in on them, bring the judgment forth on them, and then they remember what they have done. Oh, people have done me like that. I don't worry about it. Just go on living my life. Go on and keep going. Go go in the Psalms and read my Psalms or whatever the Lord God wants me to do. I stay in the Psalm, bro. Oh yeah. Them Psalms, when somebody do me something, I don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about it, because I already prayed up in those Psalms, and I know what God gonna do for them, because I didn't ask him to do. That's why I got on sackcloth and ashes. That's why I put on my sackcloth. It smell a certain way, walk a certain way, talk a certain way, speak a certain way, and don't move from it. Don't turn to the right hand, turn to the left from it. I sure don't, because when it's time for my God to show up, he's gonna show up. He's gonna show up and he's gonna show out. There ain't gonna be none of this foolishness that you see all these people in church house, synagogue, high places, killing themselves and their children and all that doing wrong and getting shot down like a dog. No, it's not gonna go like that with me. Why? Because I serve a true and living God. I'm not changing my God for a God that can't do nothing good. Not doing it. Not doing it. It's fine for you to say the Lord God's name and the name before, but I talk about when after he done his 40 days in the wilderness. That's the name I call it. After he hung on the cross and took up their name, that's the name I call it. Call the name what they named him. King of kings and Lord of lords. Jesus is his name. I'm just telling you. All right, let's go. Now we're going to this book here, and then I'm out. I'm going to the book. Enoch, Jubilees, and Hatch, just banned from the Bible. And I tell you, read that book, man. Get into that book. Maybe I might have a part 2 of this talk. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, read the book and learn what they have tried to do unto your people. And boy, and how the Lord God came and delivered your people, because they was doing what? They was keeping them forever covenant and keeping all his commandments. I'm telling you, man. All I can do is tell you like this here. So now you got these policemen and everything. I read that once before to you. I read that to you in Jeremiah chapter, I think in Jeremiah chapter, what, 10? I think it is. Dang, wait, let's see. It's all up on here. Let me see what they got. It's on this paper, not by might, not by power, but by Jeremiah chapter 10. Go read Jeremiah chapter 10. And the Lord God tell you how these people are. How they are. Read Jeremiah chapter 10. But so I digress. So we're going to the book of Banned from the Bible, this one by Joseph Longton. And I'm going to the book of Enoch. Because you wearing all these jewelries and doing all these things and you don't know nothing about it. All right, so let's see. Chapter 8, verse 1. Chapter 8, the book of Enoch, chapter 8, verse 1. And Azazel taught men to make swords, knives, shields, breastplates, and taught them all about the metals of the earth and the art of working them, bracelets, ornaments, and use of autonomy, and the beautifying of the eyelids and all kinds of precious stone, all colored and dyed. And there were great impiety and turned away from God and committed fornication. And there was led astray and became corrupt in all his ways. And that's what didn't happen to you. Oh yeah, that's what didn't happen to you, man. Oh man. Well, I mean, I'm over with this what's name, and maybe I'll get back into the book of Enoch some other time and I read. But anyway, so all these people, also you seeing all these policemen and the officers and all that. The majority of them are serving demons. The majority of them demons are in them, and they don't even know that them demons have possessed them and getting them to do as they want them to do. I just finished reading that. Azazel, and he taught them all these different things, how to make the weapons of war and all those things. Well, how to make the weapons of war and do all those different things. Demons taught these people, and demons are in these people, and demons are teaching these people how to kill other people and tell them, oh, go ahead and kill them. You're going to get away with it. Yeah, well, that's demons are doing. Are they not doing it? And then they could commit. And you looking at this police officer like he keeping the commandments of God. But he's not. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. And he told you in the last days how he was going to told you in the last days how it was going to be and what they were going to do and what was going to become of them. The Lord God told you that. All right. Lord God told you that was going to happen. Lord God told you when these fallen, Lord God told you when these fallen angels should come back. Look, let me read this to you, then I'll go. This is the book of Enoch, chapter 15. The book of Enoch, chapter 15, and we go on to verse 10. Verse 10. Look what it says. Verse 10, chapter 15, the book of Enoch. There shall be evil spirits on the earth. The evil spirits shall be called spirits of the evil ones. As for the spirits of heaven, and heaven shall be dwelling. But as for the spirit on earth, which were born on earth, and on earth should they be their dwelling. And these spirits of giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, war, destroy, and cause trouble on the earth. And that's the time you're living in. So it should be like the time of Noah. And that's the time you're living in. So you know, I mean, all I can do is give it to you as the Lord God giving it to me. This is not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. Now I'm Elijah. Until next time.